Finners, we have returned to Worcestershire for Alvechurch, who the last team I saw win at Wadded Road in the last game we went there. You'll remember that vlog well in the FA Cup. We're here at a cafe called Meadow. They are playing Alvechurch playing Mickleover today. One of the non-league clubs we've been wanting to do for a very long time. At long last, we're here, so I'm very excited for today. Nice little Worcestershire village. Worcestershire still looks like the king villages to me. It's a very charming little place. So we're having a little walk around, have lunch, and we'll head over to the ground. Hi, Tom. Here we go then. Happy Easter. What you got, Tom? Oh, you did spill it, did you?
Hot chocolate.
Yeah, look at that. Nice Movie Mountains veggie burger and chips. I got there, Tom, cheese and bacon. Let's eat. Okay, so we've got a programme for £3. Team sheets on the back, very nice. So we're about to go inside, but before we do, let's find out a bit about today's hosts, Alvechurch. Alvechurch FC were founded in 1929, although records state there had been a team in Alvechurch previously, who folded in 1926 as a result of a general strike across the country. The refounded team were known as Alvechurch Juniors. Their original home, the Meadows, was donated to them by a local colonel, and they played in the Reddish League until World War II. They were disbanded during the war, as a group of locals had revived the club. After conflict, they moved to their current home of Lye Meadow in 1957. Finished second in the Midland combination in 1961 to ascend to Division 1 of the Worcestershire combination. In 1965, they became the first Worcestershire side to reach the quarter-finals of the FA Amateur Cup, and the next season reached the semi-finals, losing to Wealdstone in front of around 14,000 supporters at Stamford Bridge. There was more success in the 60s as they won 3 Worcestershire combination titles and 4 League Cups. They won the double of the 2 trophies in 1972. They also reached the 4th qualifying round of the FA Cup, taking Oxford City to a record 5 replays, 4 of which went to extra time. It was all worth it though, as they finally defeated Oxford City 1-0 at Villa Park to reach the first round, where they were defeated by Aldershot. The replay record stands, and due to the rule changes since, will never be beaten. The next season, they switched to Premier Division, the West Midlands Regional League. They went even further in the FA Cup, defeating Exeter City and Kings Lynn, before losing to Bradford City in the 3rd round. They win the league title, the League Cup, Birmingham Senior Amateur Cup and Worcestershire Senior Cup to complete their greatest ever season. The trophies kept coming, with them retaining the league for the next 3 seasons, also adding the League Cup again in 1975 and the Worcestershire Senior Cup in 1977. In 1978, they finished 2nd place and won another League Cup, gaining promotion to Division 1 North of the Southern League. They'd win the title in 1981 and won the League Cup again the next season, but the success soon dried up and they slid away through the 80s. And the 1990s began with relegation and they ended up folding in 1993. In 1994, they were re-established under the name Alvechurch Villa, changing to just Alvechurch 2 years later, entering the Premier Division of the Midland combination. The 2000s saw the trophies return, winning the Premier Division and League Cup, achieving promotion to Midlands Alliance. They'd win the Worcestershire Senior Urn 5 times between 2004 and 2013, and won the League and Cup double in 2017 to ascend to Division 1 South of the Northern Premier League. Their first season there saw them finish runners-up, which gained them promotion to the Premier Division Central of the Southern League. And in 2019, they reached the playoff final, but lost to Kings Lynn. They would, though, win the Worcestershire Senior Cup that season. In 2022, they achieved nationwide attention with another FA Cup shock, defeating Football League opposition Cheltenham Town 2-1 at Wadded Road, with Alvechurch upsetting the odds to defeat a side 96 places ahead of them in the pyramid. Alvechurch are looking to build on this, having achieved incredible success for a village club, and hope to soon add to their incredible trophy haul. Overall, they have won 1 Southern League title, 1 Southern League Midland Division title, 1 Southern League League Cup, 1 Midland League Premier Division title, 1 Midland League Premier Division League Cup, 4 West Midlands Regional League titles, 3 West Midlands Regional League Cups, 5 Midland Combination titles, 6 Midland Combination League Cups, 2 Midland Combination League Cups, 4 Worcestershire Senior Cups, 6 Worcestershire Senior Urns, 1 Birmingham Senior Amateur Cup, and 1 JW Hunt Cup. And a bit of trivia, Sky Sports pundit and Arsenal legend Alan Smith began his career at Alvechurch, playing for the side between 1981 and 1982. So those are our hosts, Alvechurch. Let's have a look inside their home, Lye Meadow. Into the club bar we go. Hey up. Newcastle 1, West Ham 1 on the telly. Oh, look at this. Plans for a new ground. Interesting. Not bad. Nice extension to the bar here. This is nice, cosy. Nice projection over there. Nice club pin badge. I'll tell you how much that is in ratings. Lovely Dr. Pepper too. There we go. Nice couch like The Simpsons, Dr. Pepper each. Life's good.
Hi everyone.
Hello. It's just our luck actually. We got lunch before and now it looks like the food options are really good. So I'm not hungry, it's just annoying. I know what would have happened if we hadn't got food before. The food options would have been rubbish, but oh well. They'll get a good rain for food nonetheless, even if we don't get any. But yeah, slowly approaching kick-off. Right day so far. Lovely view in the countryside. There we go. Good stuff. Look at that. That looks like a good veggie burger. Let's give it a try. Probably is, I did already have burger and chips earlier, but I've still barely eaten before that, so let's give this a try. Oh. It's very slosh. It's not the normal veggie thing where it's essentially deep fried vegetables. That's proper. That's a proper patty. By Alvechurch, you get very good burger. Midway through the first half, it's been a very, very eventless game. It would just be our luck if this was just 0-0. But like, for Mickleover towards the top of the league, Alvechurch bottom half, that you wouldn't be able to tell. They're very evenly matched. But hopefully there can be a breakthrough. As it stands, still 0-0, no sign of a goal. Well, that might be the worst half I've seen all season. 0-0 at half-time. Alvechurch have had a couple of chances that they've really bombed badly. I really hope it's a better second half. Very little to say other than it's been rubbish. 0-0. The Mickleover Ultras, not an American beer. Midway through second half, it has not improved at all. Alvechurch have been a better team, but they're doing absolutely nothing with it. This has been one of the worst games I've ever seen. Still 0-0. Please change. You okay?
Yeah.
Well, you're not, are you? Yeah. And now he's gone to Star Sidious.
For the catch and sleep.
Still 0-0. Wondering how much Tom is enjoying the game. He's turned into a dad on the sofa.
And to answer your question, yes, it will be like 1-2.
Well, thank goodness for that. The deadlock is broken and Mickleover take the lead. Vital goal in their title hunt. Set piece swung in, headed across and volleyed into net. A neat goal. Thank goodness we have something for the day. 1-0 to the away side, but it feels like a 0-0 with a goal. 1-0.
I can change the song again, Finn.
3 points, signed, sealed and delivered. Long ball played through. A terrific half volley from Mickleover seals the 3 points. Thank goodness we got 2 goals because this game has not deserved it. Goodness me. 2-0 to Mickleover.
Where was this game 20 minutes ago?
What's going on?
I don't want to go home anymore.
Don't ask me what's happened. This game is like Fergie time on crack. Alvechurch finally score. But it's probably too little too late. 2-1. It's a funny old game. Well, congratulations to Mickleover. As you can hear, there are ecstatic fans behind me. How am I supposed to explain to someone how that was such a 0-0 game with 3 goals? But yeah, saved all the action until the end. They played the long game. But Alvechurch were there for a lot of that half. They didn't really do anything with chances. So you know, and if you're going to get the goal after it matters, then I guess then the defeat is what you deserve. But, well, at least you got something in the end. But yeah, hopefully Mickleover, all the best to Mickleover in the fight for promotion. So hope Alvechurch can push on and ascend up the table. Full-time Alvechurch 1, Mickleover 2. Well, so that was Alvechurch, and it's good to take this one off. Like we were saying, it's one of the non-league ones we've been planning to do for quite a while. It's not exactly been helped by the game, which, like we said, wasn't the best quality, but yeah, it's in a good area and it's a nice little village. I do like the villages in Worcestershire. They're quite charming and well done up. It's a bit like sort of scaled down Cotswolds. So yeah, definitely recommend coming here for a game. You know, it's all stations go until the end of the season now. We've got Leyton Orient next week, and there's a few surprises coming up after that. I won't reveal them yet, but there should be some big ones. But yeah, I think I'll leave you now to rate the experience. But thank you, Alvechurch, for today. Wish you all the best for the rest of the season. Tom, anything to add?
No.
Swat.
Nothing happened. Nothing happened.
Yeah, that's the problem.
I know.
Exactly. Right. On that note, time to rate the experience. So we will start off with the welcome, and wasn't same as like other clubs. Like it didn't start off great because there was nobody at the turnstile. We walked in, and a member of staff was a bit abrupt, saying like, no, you need to show your tickets. And it was like, yes, we're fine to show our tickets, but like there was nobody there to show them to. But after that, he was okay with us, was friendly. It just didn't start off great. It's not as welcoming as other clubs I've been to in this league, like Redditch and Halesoe. Staff we spoke to were fine, but weren't necessarily as able to engage with people involved with the clubs as other places. Like I did DM the club asking to see if there was anyone we could chat to. I didn't get any response. So not by any means treated with vehement hostility or anything. I think there probably could have been a bit of work done to extend the welcome. Like it felt like a place that was more set up for the locals than for groundhoppers, and by all means that's not a bad thing to set up for the fans. I just felt for a lot of clubs at this level are very well set up for outsiders. As worst ab, it felt like it was more focused on the locals, focusing on keeping them there rather than getting new people in. So I think maybe they could do some work on like encouraging groundhoppers to come along and doing more to engage with them when there. But again, it wasn't like somewhere like Lydney where we didn't feel welcome at all. It was fine. We were settled in, and the people around us were a good laugh. And considering it is a village team, some villages wrinkle their nose just towards outsiders, but I didn't really feel that there. It just wasn't as strong a welcome as other clubs. So I'll probably give it a 4 out of 10. Food and drink, they really knocked it out of the park with this one. I give them a lot of credit. It was a shame because obviously we went to get lunch before, because sometimes with grounds it's a bit limited on what they offer, but they had a really, really good selection. That burger I had, I'm going to say it now, that is the best burger I've had at a football match. I've been to 98 grounds, you know, from tier 10 to the Premier League, and over 200 games, and yeah, fair play Alvechurch, you've got the best burger I've had. It was so juicy, the cheese went with it perfectly, nice bun as well. Like that was something I think someone who ate meats would be happy to have. That was such a high quality burger, and the fact that they had a really good range of options, as you could see. There was a lot of imagination, a lot of thought put into the food. There was chips, but there were a really good balance of options. So fair play, I really think they did well there. And also the fact that they did both Bailey's hot chocolate and Bailey's coffee. I was having a week off the drinks, so sadly couldn't try them, but that's something unique. That's something that I've not seen another club do. So I really think having a USP in food and drink is really good for that. That's a really good idea, because, you know, a groundhopper will say, oh, Alvechurch, they do a Bailey's hot chocolate. It might seem like a little thing, but unique things like that will attract groundhoppers. So I think the food and drink was really, really well thought out. So I'll give them a lot of credit there. And also, like, I'm not a fan of curry sauce of chips, but that was the option they did, and it was a strong smell and did, like, actually smell quite nice considering I don't like curry. But again, that's another unique thing. I don't recall a other club I've seen do curry and chips, so that's another thing you could say, oh, Alvechurch, they do curry and chips, and someone might like that. So really, really well thought out food, some of the best I've seen in non-league, so fair play to them. They deserve a lot of credit for that. I'll give the food and drink a 9.5 out of 10. Stadium, this is a tricky one because I do appreciate they're in the process of moving to a new stadium, so the current one might not seem like their biggest focus, but to be honest, just a lot lot of the basic care of the ground I didn't feel was very good. It was the fact there was a club shop there that wasn't operational. You walked around, there was like a bit of a fence that had fallen over, and nobody had thought to fix that, get someone in to put the fence back up. Behind one of the goals, the walkway behind it was really tight. Like, you couldn't try and walk past someone without doing some dodge like you would Neo from the Matrix, which really could easily be solved by just moving the fence a little bit further back. Yeah, there just didn't seem to be a lot of care taken of the ground. Like Rushall we went to last week, there were stands that like weren't exactly amazing, but they'd taken much better care of it. They'd made sure it had a lick of paint, but a lot of it seemed like they kind of had checked out. And to the left of us, there was just a stand that seemed more like a bike shed. And like, obviously they do well to, like, the scenery around the ground is really nice. I really like that. And the club bar was fine. Like, I thought it was a nice place to sit, very nice sofas, but I just think it seems like they've kind of checked out and kind of thought, oh, we're going to a new ground, so we don't really need to do anything for this one. But it's a bit like, you still need to bring people in. You can still take care of your ground, take a bit of pride in what you do, because it's like when we went to Wantage a little while ago, they're looking to move to a new stadium. They had their plans there, but they still took decent care of like the stadium they had. Like the stand we were in, it was well maintained, and the club bar like seemed okay, but it just seems like any maintenance that needs to be done, it seems like there's an attitude of, we're moving to a new ground soon, we don't need to do that. It's like, you still will cross that bridge when you come to it and like focus on the road ahead of you rather than the horizon. So like, you don't need to do a huge amount of work. I just think a bit more basic care of the stadium could do them a lot of favours. But at the same time, I do wish them all the best in new ground, and hopefully it will be an improvement. But sadly, this ground I just think wasn't really for me, and I think there's a lot more basic care that needs to be done. So I'll probably give the stadium a 2.5 out of 10. And finally, value for money. To be honest, I didn't approve of this too much, because I think £10 a ticket at this level isn't the best. And like, obviously something happened at Rushall last week where a ticket was more than I expected, but I did feel I got a better experience than that. I think one thing being overpriced I can take, but to spend £10 on a ticket and £5 on the pin badge, a pin badge should not be more than £5. I think that's kind of squeezing a bit too much out of people. I do appreciate they're trying to build a new ground, but I think there will be a lot of people in non-league who are put off by paying £10 to get in, and then the club makes nothing. So I think they do need to be a bit careful with the prices they're doing. In terms of what I paid for like food and drink, I felt I was fine. I didn't have any issue with that. But I just feel you can either have the ticket be a bit more expensive, we can have the pin badge be a bit more expensive. You shouldn't have both. I think £5 for a pin badge. I spent less than that to get into some grounds, so I don't think that's right at all. And I think the ticket should probably be about £7 or something for the kind of stadium you're going to. Sometimes less is more, and if you charge less, you might end up making more money. As I like to call the Weatherspoons model, you can make more business by charging less. So I think just dial one or two things down by a couple of quid. I think the value for money will be more fair. So I'll probably give it a 3 out of 10. So that was Alvechurch. It's one we wanted to do for a long time. I'll be blunt with you, I was a little bit disappointed by it. It wasn't quite the experience I hoped it would be. But if anyone from Alvechurch is watching this, a member of staff or fans or anything, I just hope you understand that I give these honest ratings because I want clubs to improve. I've been to a lot of grounds at this level, and like I said, Redditch and Alvechurch are some of the best experiences I have had in non-league. I think there's a lot of learning that can be done and ways to improve, and as someone who's been to a lot of grounds, I just want to help these clubs improve, give them advice on how it can improve as someone who is a fan. And I don't bear any ill will against the club just because someone was slightly rude to me or the ticket cost more than expected. I'm not going to be tossing and turning at the night. We gave feedback to Westfields and they took it on board. We gave feedback to Undy and they took it on board. So I just hope you understand there's no spite or malice intended with my feedback. It's just to help the club improve. But yeah, it wasn't quite the experience I hoped for, but I do like what they are. It's nice that it's a village club that's been so successful that can mean a lot to the local community. It's a really nice village as well. Definitely nice to go for a walk around. So I definitely recommend going to the grounds and checking it out. Sadly, I don't think we were helped by it not being a very good game either. Hopefully with Alvechurch getting a new stadium in the near future, things can improve. And once that does happen, I fully intend to go there. So I wish the club all the best. Thank you, Alvechurch. All the best for the rest of the season. Thank you for a lovely burger. I've been AFC Finners. That could be the last new non-league ground we go to this season. I might be wrong. If you'd like to see more day outs like this, you can support me on Patreon for as little as £1 a month. The link will be below, and you'll be helping me do days as this, and you'll get more content in return if you are able to support. So if that's something you can do, I'll be eternally grateful. Thank you all for watching. I've been AFC Finners. See you next time, and stick with us as we go ground to ground. AFC Finners out.